Someone in our viewing audience suggested that since we really like Taylor's of Harrogate and we like this one, Yorkshire Gold, that we ought to try this one, Yorkshire Tea. Malty Biscuit Brew. Tastes like tea and biscuits. And biscuits, for our American audience, means cookies.
Don't worry, we're not drinking tea that's flavored like Bojangles.
Ew. Bojangles is an American chicken store.
And speaking of the British people...
And we're doing a book review. Emma has found my library from pre-marriage when I had lots and lots of time to sit around and read. And she really enjoyed this series written by Penny Culliford about Theodora. We've got Theodora's diary.
Theodora's wedding.
And Theodora's baby. This one arrived in a bit of a squishy envelope, so it's not the prettiest package.
Also, it's from Britain. It's adorable.
What's adorable?
The packaging.
Oh.
Here's a miraculous tea that tastes like biscuits, because when those two flavors combine, the resulting deliciousness creates a wave of happiness big enough to power an entire human being. It's a magical mug of biscuity goodness that doesn't get crumbs on your jumper.
It definitely smells like shortbread.
It smells good.
Mm-hmm. And we are fond of Taylor's. They do good teas. I'll link the other two flavors she suggested too in case you want to try any of them. When we meet Theodora, she's a young single woman living close to her parents but not in her parents' house. Has she just moved out?
I don't know, but she lives in a one-bedroom flat.
Mm-hmm, and a flat is an apartment. And she goes to what Americans would refer to as an Episcopal church. In England, it's an Anglican church. The Church of England.
We learned about Anglican churches this week in geography.
Yeah, an interesting thing about the Anglican church, it was founded by Henry VIII.
Oh, yes, I remember that story.
So why did Henry VIII not want to be a Catholic anymore?
Because he couldn't divorce his wife and get another one.
Catherine of Aragon. They'd been married for decades, but they didn't have any boy children, so he'd want to divorce her. So Theodora goes to the Anglican church, and
Theodora likes chocolate.
Theodora likes chocolate, and she's looking for meaning in her life. She's trying to figure out what her calling is, what her mission is. You had the original priest who was Australian, and when he left,
he went
Chrissy,
back to Australia.
He went back to Australia, and Chrissy came in, and a female priest was a pretty novel idea, and she and Theodora became good friends. This is all in diary form. Another parishioner who's, I think by the end of the book, by the end of the third book, they're friends, but she's sort of the Proverbs 31 woman, makes her own clothes and so forth, and has 9 children, which by the end of the series is 12 children.
Yeah.
And yet her kitchen is clean.
This is good.
It's primarily black tea. Just a hint of cookie, not much.
And then she has one guy that I think she's dating him.
Mm-hmm. Her boyfriend, Kevin. And as we work through the book, she gets married and has a baby.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that's a spoiler since the title of it is Theodora's Diary, Theodora's Wedding, Theodora's Baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. We won't tell you who she marries. There is a second love interest.
Yes, Kevin and...
Declan.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, who's a jokester.
Mm-hmm. I think he has red hair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So we work through Theodora's insecurities about being single, then about getting married, then about having babies. And it's cute. It's a very cute book. Give you a sample here. A cynic would call it an opportunity to empty your kitchen cupboards of all the tins of marshmallow and aniseed flavor rice pudding, anchovies and pasta wheelbarrows, and inflict them on the less fortunate. Not that I'm a cynic, of course. I'd never dream of fobbing off the contents of my cupboards on distressed pensioners in the parish. I went to Tesco specially and spent a not inconsiderable sum, which humility forbidden me to record, but it was more than you normally win over the counter on a scratch lottery ticket. Not that I do the lottery, of course. Now, Theodora's parents are just obsessed with Greece, thus the name Theodora.
And her sister,
Ariadne.
yeah.
And her brother Archimedes.
I read it first when I was in, 4th grade. Once again with the whole, I read through our entire library at school, so I brought my own books.
I think I want some cream in mine.
Yeah, I want some cream in mine, too. I think I may have left the thing in for too long as well.
Yeah, I think it's slightly overbrewed.
Whoops.
It's good tea. The cookie flavor is minimal, and now there's a lot of cream in it. A lot of cream.
Whoever said that was going to be a bad thing.
Oh no, delicious.
Ah, delicious.
Theodora's Diary is a good read for someone who doesn't want to get too serious, just wants to have a good time. I must have been in a non-serious mood when I bought these things. These were published around 2003 through 6. And these are available on Amazon, and I linked them down for you. You can actually get the 3-book set.
We have quite a lot of Christian book series that I've read. We have our own library at our church, which is only Christian books, and our librarian and her husband read quite a few books a day. They read while they're keeping their grandkids. They read every book that has been sent in to the library for them to read.
To make sure they're suitable?
Yes, and Miss Lynn says quite a few of them have not been. She has not enjoyed those.
Yes. Which is a good reminder to us parents to read the books your kids are reading. All right, so who should get this book? These books.
I'd say anybody who just kind of wants something fairly quick to read. It has good humor, though.
It doesn't go too deep, but there are parts where it does a little bit.
One I particularly remember was someone invited her to a Bible study called Decide Now, and she couldn't decide if she wanted to go or not.
It sounded threatening. All right, so try out some new books and see what you like.
And until next time, make sure to make time for taking a good book. And I like this one. This is good with cream.
Thanks for the recommendation.